The 26 Wrangler features a unique color to match the unique capability of the Rubicon X. 7-slot grille with LED headlights, steel bumpers, and a worn winch. Color-keyed fender flares and color-keyed hardtop. 35-inch KO2s on 17-inch alloy wheels. Upgraded Napa leather interior with dual power front seats. And all the upgraded technology you want. Standard tow package. And a sport hood that houses the V6 power to tackle every adventure. What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sells at Mitchell Jeep on the Boll Weevil Circle in Enterprise, Alabama. And you see behind me a stunning new color, or a throwback color, of rain. And we're gonna go inside, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna go all the way around so that you can decide if this beautiful Jeep is the right one for you. So let's jump in.
More car vids. More car vids.
Getting started up front, this Rubicon X has all the goodies on it, and we'll start with the wheels and tires here. This is the extreme tire package, so the 35-inch wheels with the upgraded beadlock 17-inch wheels. May have said wheels twice, but 35-inch tires, 17-inch wheels, and of course you have some suspension modification on the Rubicon, and these wider tires of course have this extra lip here to prevent some of the water or mud slinging that's gonna happen. Also, you have the upgraded steel front bumper, of course still the red accents on the Rubicon, the worn winch right up front here, and the hooks tucked away right there, very nice. Also LED fog lights, LED headlights, and LED strips over here for your daytime runners and turn signals. Also have the 7-slot grille, of course, with a front trail cam. So you have a front cam and a rear camera. Kind of helps you at both ends see where you're going and what's in front of you. Also, the Rubicons have the sport hood, which is a nice addition. And I love how the red accents just pop off of this rain. It's a beautiful color, bringing it back, and I'm excited for that. One of two limited colors or new colors for 2026 that we haven't seen in a few years, the other one being Goldilocks. So this rain, of course, was only available to order on the Rubicons, which is why we have this one first, and now it's available across the line. Unfortunately, we've had our first freeze of the season and the time change, so the sun has started to go down, but I did catch a little bit in the sun, as you can see, and just has a beautiful metallic shine to it. Very impressed by this color, and it's very eye-catching and unique. Also, of course, here we have the Gorilla Glass and your active safety up top there with your camera, built-in antenna that's been out for a couple of years, and of course trail rated. This one above all on the Rubicon is trail rated. You have your rock rails here to protect everything in that rocker area, to slide on the rocks or whatever you need to do if you're on the Rubicon Trail. And some of the upgrades that we'll see on 26, as we've talked about in other videos, you have a new hinge design because these don't have the bolts underneath, so they're not, don't require any tools. When you look inside here, there's just a little catch pin. Of course, the same wiring harness to remove, but this can just pop this down here at the bottom, slide that pin out, and you'll be good to go. So we don't have to worry about keeping up with extra hardware and an easy release. Also, up on the windshield wipers, it's a new push design with that button there instead of a hook design. So a little bit more premium, perhaps, maybe a little bit more durable. We'll see as we go on. And this one does have your 3-piece hardtop, which is color keyed. So your freedom panels here, and of course your color keyed fender flares makes more rain is always a good thing here. And you have your fuel door lid and fuel cap there. And this is just a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder, so no need for extra premium fuel or anything. Of course, we have the red recovery hook down here, your park sense sensors along the rear bumper, your 5th wheel and tire here, of course, with the reinforced carrier there, and your standard tow package. So this one will tow 5,000 pounds, so a little bit longer wheelbase. In the unlimited here will get you a little bit more towing, than the two-door, of course. And we can open up here. I just love, well, the red tail lights look good on the rain. Everything does. Opening this up, my hands are already starting to freeze. But you have your JL stamp here, made in the USA. And of course the rear glass has a defroster on it, which is perfect for times like this. A little bit of storage, even though you won't be needing the door hinge hardware holders, but still there. And your Freedom Top bag right there. And these are 60-40 split, so you can get a combination of passengers or cargo, whatever's needed. And as beautiful as it is with the top on, the roll bar is going to make it even more beautiful with the top off. Continuing around, this one has all the eye appeal aside from the color, just with the extreme wheel and tires there on this Rubicon X, which is standard. Of course, you can get that package on other trims as well. But very beautiful, and as I mentioned in the intro, this one's definitely all capable to go anywhere and do anything in a unique scenario compared to other vehicles on the market, and this one has a unique color. Real quick, we'll check out under the hood. This is the 3.6 liter Pentastar that we've had for years, been in over 1 million vehicles, naturally aspirated, as I said already. 285 horsepower, 260 torque rating, clear fluid containers that you can see, a good amount of brake fluid in the reservoir there, coolant, windshield washer fluid. You got your air box feeding over here. Of course, everything's sealed off for being adventuresome in water, part of that trail rating. Battery, fuses, feeds around right into the engine there, that air. And we may see less application of this engine in the next few years as they're changing some of the setup on the Grand Cherokee, but hope some version of a V6 will be available in the Wrangler for some time. It's just my choice, but I know that the current 2-liter turbo is becoming the Hurricane 4, and it's going to perhaps be even better in this in upcoming years. We'll just have to wait and see. I think that's everything to talk about, other than, of course, 8-speed transmission mated with this to get the best fuel economy you can. And of course, part of the Rubicon that's special, apart from the disconnecting sway bar there, is that you also have a different transfer case with that crawl mode. So it's designed to get you through some tough spots. And also, as we'll look inside, you have the locking front and rear, so you can set that up with just rear or front and rear. So a lot of extra capability for this vehicle to enjoy the trail, enjoy the outdoors and the off-road. Going inside here, the traditional red stitching of the Rubicon in the seats, in the door cards here, very traditional. But also, like I said, the red and the purple just match perfectly to me. So you do have the Napa leather interior with the Rubicon and the seat backs. Also the premium wrapped steering wheel. Let's just get out of the wind here. It's really coming in tonight. I think it's going to be below freezing. So red accents across the dash with the red stitching there really ties in. Also have that multi-information display there with the digital speedometer. Your big Uconnect touchscreen, front and rear lockers. Of course, your 4-wheel drive here. One of the differences on this Rubicon X is you do have a 2-high for better fuel savings there. And unlike when you go to the 392, it's full-time 4-wheel drive. Also, you have your dual air here, heated seats and heated steering wheel, as well as USB A's and C's, and your aux ports here to add other switches or controls for the electronic stuff. Let me just crank this up real quick. One thing I didn't mention is, of course, you have the Alpine sound, and I didn't show that in the back, but there's a subwoofer back there. And well, let's just show you where we're at here. So here's the backup camera, and you can toggle back and forth to the trail camera. Also, you can use this in drive here to see what's ahead of you, so you can flip back and forth in reverse or drive. So good options there. And this is a auto dimming rear view mirror. Hello there. And sad that the Wrangler and Gladiator doesn't have a taco holder for Tuesdays, but I do like this headliner here on the Freedom top. It's something I thought about adding on my Gladiator just to keep it a little bit more insulated and not as loud, or kind of not as much reverberation of the sound. And here's the sound bar here with the LED lights. Of course, all of your SOS and assist right there, and all the apps that you're accustomed to, the off-road pages and all the gauges. There's a look at the digital speedometer. You also have adaptive cruise control and the Bluetooth control and menu control here, and then all the buttons on the rear for volume, etc. Two-tiered console here with another USB-A, and like I said, dual power seats, very comfortable. Do have the glove box over here with not much room, but just enough for the owner's manual or a few other things, maybe your registration. But I think that wraps up everything in the front half. Let's go to the back half. So in the back seat, we still have the same Napa leather here. Of course, the cargo nets here, your own air vents, window switches, and USB ports and a home port. So you can do some other amenities such as coolers or what have you. Those speakers here, more headliner back here for the back, so maybe not quite as loud for them, and maybe a little bit cooler or warmer, whatever the time of year is. These, of course, fold down, so that 60-40 split, you can see how they lower to give you the maximum cargo here, and pretty comfortable if you need to get these set up a little bit differently for cargo and passengers, or can stretch out, whatever you need to do. And of course, those headrests come down so that you can have better visibility if no passengers. This one also has your armrest right here with more cup holders. You can remove this headrest if you want. A bunch of different options there. So safety and visibility is available. These also have the lower anchors and tethers for children on these outboard positions, so you can be assured that your car seat is positioned safe if you carry someone of that size and age. I think that wraps us up on this Rubicon X in the stunning rain, the purple rain, in the Jeep formerly known as, I don't know where I'm going with that. Let's check out the pricing here. So this 26 Rubicon X does have a few options, such as the automatic, the worn winch, and the My Flex Care service. You can see there it's $72,535, which is, I can't remember if it's seen maybe just a little bit of a price change down from 2025. It's hard to keep in mind all those options and everything, but it's a beautiful vehicle. You can see our LED lights are coming on now. See it a little bit better than earlier. Comment down below if you would buy or own this color currently, buy it again. And if you have any questions or comments on this Jeep or any of them, comment below as well, or you can text me directly at 334-718-0504. I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales. I appreciate a subscribe if this vehicle and video have given you any value, and I can't wait to see you in your own Jeep